2026 NFL schedule. Let's take a look at our Verizon Spotlight today on the best reunion games of this NFL season. Adam starting with Trey Hendrickson facing off with his former team, the Bengals, in Week 7.
How much do you think Trey Hendrickson's going to look forward to this game, getting a chance to go up and try to hit his former teammate Joe Burrow, who he's got great affection for? Not sure he feels the same way about the rest of the organization, but that's a matter that he'll be able to take up in Week 7, a Thursday night game when Trey Hendrickson, the Baltimore Ravens pass rusher, gets to go up against his former Cincinnati Bengals team. You see him working out in Baltimore. Strange to see him in another jersey, but that'll look even stranger when he goes and plays the Bengals.
Thank you, Adam. And here we have it, the Kenneth Walker III Invitational. Chiefs versus Seahawks. Guys, the record in an NFL game for most carries is 45. I think the Chiefs are going to try to break it in this game, how many times they give it to him in Seattle, in the old stadium. We don't know what kind of shape Mahomes is. There he is. It's pretty rare to see the Super Bowl MVP switch teams immediately. Larry Brown, Malcolm Smith, Kenneth Walker, go get him.
Andy Reid, 45-plus carries.
That's it.
Back, huh?
It's his dream.
I'm going Malik Willis back in Green Bay against the Packers. Jordan Love's their guy. There's no question about it, but the defensive coordinator from Green Bay, Jeff Hafley, down as the head coach. They go back into Lambeau late in the season. The quarterback that left the building, I understand he was a free agent, all that stuff. I just think there's a little bit of energy behind that with Malik Willis going back to Green Bay with Hafley.
We always talk about something called the brain drain when you win a Super Bowl. It's when the coaches all get leached in. It's like, wait, what do we have left? Seahawks play the Raiders. It's going to be obviously Clint Kubiak, but also Andrew Janocko, who are both very important for that Seahawks offense. They play the Raiders in November. I think it's a fascinating game. How is that going to work, and what will Sam Darnold do against his former offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach who were in his ear all season?
I love that one.
Party foul in hockey was saying to sip the coffee, and we came back to
I didn't know.
You hit that like it was something
Was it
bad.
the Andrew Janocko talk that got you hooked?
It was. It absolutely was. I needed a sip of coffee. I'm looking at DJ Moore against the Bears reunion. He'll be back in Soldier Field. I mean, look, the chemistry with Caleb Williams, everyone knows it just wasn't there. Then you had Allen, who needs a number one receiver. Can DJ Moore do that? If he does do that, there will be questions of why it didn't work with Caleb. This is also a late season game, so it's going to be heavy playoff implications in the NFC and the AFC for both teams.
All right, boys, let's talk about the Eagles a little bit. Okay. Philly, GM Howie Roseman busy this offseason as usual. On defense, the Eagles added Reek Woolen and Jonathan Grenard. As for offense, Philly adding 3 wide receivers as A.J. Brown's future with the team remains uncertain. Here's a reminder.
I see a junior high offense.
You can't just point a finger. All of us have a hand in that pocket. When the game's on the line, you give the ball to me, I'm going to open up the ears and I'm going to get this thing going. You put it on my back.
A trade to New England is the most likely scenario on or after June 1st.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Makai Lemon.
That is significant in a variety of ways, including the possibility they'll be trading their star, A.J. Brown.
This relationship in Philly seems to be scored.
All right, Adam, you've reported that the Eagles will look to trade A.J. Brown after June 1st, less than a month away. What is the latest on this situation?
Laura expected to trade A.J. Brown after June 1st, 17 days away from his departure. Again, the Eagles and Patriots are expected to come together in a trade. I would imagine that trade would include a 2028 first-round pick. The two sides still have to finalize compensation, figure out how they want to work it, when they want to process the deal. But after June 1st, the two sides still are likely to make that happen with A.J. Brown going to the New England Patriots. But because of salary cap purposes, everybody has to wait for June 1st for that trade to go through, which at that point it still is tracking to happen.
Yeah, it does make you think about this when you think about A.J. Brown and looking at the schedule. He won't be with the Eagles. He will be with the Patriots, as Adam's talking about. But, Kyle, as you look at this, 3 straight games versus division opponents before Week 10. That's the bye. They faced the Rams in Week 4. Remember, the Eagles made that 19-point comeback last year. When you see all the changes expected on this Philly offense, including the coordinator, any bumps in the road early as you look at this?
Maybe. I know this for sure. Week 1, I want Jalen Hurts mic'd up. I want to hear every single thing he says. He's a guy who's been the best player in 2 Super Bowls, and I feel like this is one of the biggest games of his career, optics-wise. There is no A.J. Brown. Jalen Hurts is going to get every single receiver involved. We're going to get Devontae involved. We're going to get Goddard. We're going to have Mekhi Lemon. Peter's going to have a full lemon party the whole game. I'm telling you, you cannot come out week 1 and have everything go, no passing game with A.J. gone. It's a big game for Jalen, and I want to hear everything he says about it.
Did they mention that in the social media videos? No, probably not.
I hope so.
No.
From an offensive perspective, this might be the easiest schedule in football.
Okay,
Wow.
get into it.
From an offensive perspective,
You're saying the
starting
Eagles
week 1.
offense
Eagles
against the
offense, starting
defense.
week 1.
Okay.
Tell me when they run into an elite defense.
Maybe
I'll tell you
week
when it is. It's
9?
week 15. It's Seattle. You're going to see a good defense. I think the Rams are going to have a good defense.
You told me the Cowboys
I like the Giants
going to be
too.
a lot better.
Giants
Good. But I'm talking an elite defense. From an offensive perspective, in Philadelphia, who's going to have a very good offensive line with Sean Mannion. This is the easiest that I've seen so far. This is the easiest schedule when it comes to an offense going against defenses that I've seen so far. They don't see an elite unit till week 15.
Then they have the Texans right after that.
Sure.
That's two elite
But
units
you talk
back-to-back.
about, like, okay, new offensive coordinator, let's hit the ground running.
And they don't miss A.J. those first several weeks.
They should cook. If that offense is what it should be, they should cook.
I think there's a lot of things around this Eagles team that, like, they're going to have to answer a lot of questions. No A.J. Brown. It's not going to be all peaches, and sunshine for this offense without a top 5 receiver who's no longer in the lineup. Now, that being said, look at all those primetime games. I think they only played 5 games at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Sure. Yeah.
So they're bouncing all around. They're the 10th most traveled team as far as miles are concerned. So this is a unit that needs to be structured. So to your point, they might not face an elite defense till week 15, but they're going to have their fair share of adversity, and they're going to need to have to right the ship in order to make it out of here the way that we expect.
I was a little cautious on Philly going into this year. After seeing the schedule, knowing how good the defense is, I think that this has got a chance. I mean, they very easily can be 8-1 going into the Giants. Very easily can be 8-1 going into Giants week 9.
All right, y'all want to talk Cowboys?
Easily.
Sure.
We are 46 minutes into this show, and this is on ESPN. This is on NFL Network. We have not really
incredible.
talked
That's
about
a new
the
record,
Cowboys.
Lawrence
All right,
Greeny.
y'all. Here we go. Here's
Finally,
a
the
few
rating
notable
can go up.
games for the Cowboys starting in week 1 in New York. I heard
What
you,
about
Peter.
Shador?
John Harbaugh's Giants debut. Dallas is 16-2 in their last 18 versus the G-Men. That's week 1. The Cowboys are headed to Brazil in week 3 against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. It'll be Dallas's second international regular season game. In 2014, the Cowboys beat the Jags in London. What's a little Thanksgiving dinner, maybe lunch, without America's team? The Cowboys host the Eagles on Turkey Day for the first time since 2014. Dallas has won its last 4 Thanksgiving games. Those holiday slates, by the way, unbelievable. But the first 2 games for the Cowboys, both versus division opponents at the Giants, then versus the Commanders, as you're about to see here, followed by that matchup with the Ravens in Brazil. I mean, this is a gauntlet early. 6 primetime games, including 2 on Monday Night Football. Dan, the Cowboys went heavy defense in the draft. How do you think their early season looks here? I mean, this is a who's who right out the gate.
Coming off of Philly,
Yeah.
I think this is the hardest schedule I've seen.
Really?
They have 2 brutal stretches. You're going to go week 1 Giants, okay, division, week 2 Washington division. Then they go Baltimore, Houston, Tampa, Green Bay, Philly. They can lose all 5 of those. And then you go week 10, November 15th, they go San Francisco, Tennessee, Philly, Seattle, Rams. That could be a 4 out of 5 week stretch that you lose. And so as much I was a little bit cautious on Eagles after seeing the schedule, I'm way more bullish. I was bullish on Dallas. After seeing the schedule, this is a brutally difficult schedule.
You're not taking into account that they revamped the entire defense, and it's not the same unit we saw last year. So they can compete with some of these teams that you're thinking, oh, the Eagles are going to throw all over them or the Seahawks are going to run. I think their defense is so much better this year going into next season that I don't think this is a brutal schedule.
Really?
I think they can hold their own against any of these teams. I've been very bullish on the Cowboys, and I'm not going to retreat just based on seeing 17 names on a full screen.
Special Cowboys season, like different? You think?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. This 34-year-old defensive coordinator, Christian Parker, is a dude. And he's young and he's vibrant, and they completely revamped the defense over the last 12 months. I feel a lot better about the Cowboys than I did last year.
I think it's tough. I'm with you. And I don't even think the Giants and the Commanders
are like easy.
Are gimmies. And when you look at that, what the Cowboys were great at a year ago with their offense, there is going to be a regression, and that might be okay. but because they're not going to have the same production because they're not getting garbage time production. Their defense is going to be improved. They're going to be on the field a lot less. They're not going to have the element of surprise with Shoddy and the unprepared nature that they had going against Pickett. They spent the whole offseason for a plan for them. So I just feel like, again, a hard schedule mixed with those things, there could be a little bit of a step back.
There's no soft part of the schedule, really. There's no, like, 3 or 4 week breather where you feel like, all right, we can get on a run here.
They can compete with anybody on the schedule, but it's like a
That's the hardest schedule I've seen so far.
They don't have like a super long stretch at home ever either. I mean, they're traveling a ton.
It's May. They're going to be all right. Hang tight.
All right, we hear you.
Peter, you're in.
We're going to pull the clips. Peter's all about the Cowboys. Let's talk about the Giants, okay? You look at what they can do. This is going to be interesting, right? They're a popular pick for a big turnaround season with John Harbaugh. Peter, when you look at this, how do you expect his impact to play out in the first year in New York as you see what they're going to have to do? I like that week 2 at the Rams.
You like
Cowboys, they start out. I mean, goodness gracious.
No, hey, look, I'm conflicted. Yesterday I went on Adam Shine's show. Shine!
The great Peter Schrager.
And I said they could win 12 games because of this great. I look at the schedule.
You got caught up with Shine.
And I got
a lot of wins, Peter.
It's a lot. And the truth is, I'm on a text chain with some Giant season ticket holders, okay? My friend Adam says, 0-2 to start the season. Season's going to be over before my pool is closed.
Oh, no.
All right. My other friend, Detro, says, we're not going to make it to Halloween yet again. Great. Like, the Giants fans are doom and gloom already. They look at the schedule like, what do you mean? Cowboys, Rams, Texans? Like, those are all losses. I'd say slow down. Let's see how they look coming out those first 2 games. It's not a given they're going to lose their home opener. I know they lose week 1 all the time. Sure. This is just what they do. But guess what? Harbaugh and a new offensive coordinator in Matt Nagy, a new blood, and of course we got our guy Jackson Dart. But a lot of optimism in New York. I don't know. This is a brutal schedule.
Dan's incredulous.
No. Is it outrageous to sit here and say New York go 4-3 and get to the bye?
No, of course not.
Right? Like they could. It's not unrealistic to sit there and
if
say.
If you're a Giants season ticket holder, are you apple picking on a Sunday before Halloween? Like, are you taking your kids saying, I don't need to be at this game?
No, I think if you're a Giants fan, you're coming out of your bye, going into November, going on the road to Philly with the chance to go to 5-3. That's what I think is going to happen.
They would sign up for that right now.
Right, and then we're in November, December playing meaningful games.
Adam
and Detro and Tanning.
It's okay.
Those are my guys.
Boys, pick your heads up. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
They've been burned a bunch by Giants hype in May. Trust me.
Adam just wanted to brag that he has a pool. Good for him. He's got a pool. Wow.
That's it.
Big time, Adam.
Subtle flex.
Must be nice.
Man,
Long Island guy.
How about Washington? I want to finish the division because there's a lot of interest in the NFC East. When you think about Jaden Daniels, he's looking for a big bounce back here. What stands out to you on their schedule?
He might be the most difficult team to figure out right now and to predict, just because it was so mysterious last year. There's not a player I'm rooting for harder than Jaden this year. There's also probably not a player who needs a little confidence builder right out of the gate. I don't love 2 road divisional games and then home against the Super Bowl champs. Just out of the gate. I think the first 3 weeks are very important for him, for Dan Quinn, for everybody. I'm on a text chain with Commanders fans.
Let's go.
They're making idiotic, I don't want to say it out loud, they're making idiotic RG3 comparisons, and I'm talking about the injuries, all that terrible stuff, which I think is short-sighted and lame and dumb. So you guys stay off of that. Come out 2-1 the first 3, Laura. We can get past
That's a brutal first 3 games.
I don't like it.
You guys, weeks 6 through 9, too. 49ers, Eagles, and Rams. They do have that bye mixed in, but there's some potential difficult stretches.
Because look at week 12 after. You can finish the season. Washington legitimately can finish the season. Their final 7 go 7-0.
All right, coming up.
Dan's on fire right now.
Simulator.
You know what? Definitive Dan.
Training. They're new to him.
That was great.
This is like positive Dan. I
love
it. A D word that works for that. Okay. That there. All right, coming up. I'm so mad at myself.
I want to get to the Jets. Dan, I want to get to the
Jets are going 17-0.
Get out the turkey legs. Put up your tree. The Thanksgiving and Christmas slates are loaded with great matchups. We'll preview.
Let's go apple picking.
Dan like crow hopped into that last one too. In the last 7 weeks to go 7-0. Yeah.
They don't know definitive Dan like that.